Crowdfunding is the practice of funding a project or venture by raising money from a large number of people who each contribute a relatively small amount. Crowdfunding was originally used to fund startup businesses, but has more recently become a mainstream way for investors to co-invest in both residential and commercial property. This is called equity-based crowdfunding, and each investor becomes a co-owner of the equity in the property, in proportion to their original investment. As an example, a property is listed for £50,000 and an investor can buy a share from £500 each. If they invest £1,000 to buy 2 shares, then they own 2% of this property. Crowdfunding is regulated in the UK by the Financial Conduct Authority, whose job it is to ensure each investment opportunity is legal and transparent. Pros: crowdfunding is typically done via the internet, which means its reach and scope are far and wide. This has created plenty of supply for co-investment opportunities in the market. Because investors are contributing together for a single purpose, this creates a power of the crowd mentality, which often means properties can be fully funded very quickly. Investors often receive monthly rental income in proportion to their original investment. Investors may also receive their share of any capital growth income from the property, should it be sold in the future. Investors can invest from as little as £10 for a single share in a property. This allows new investors a relatively cheap way to enter the market. Cons: as with any investment, there is risk involved. The biggest risk here is that an investor will lose the capital they have invested. Large returns in crowdfunding are typically only available to those investors who can afford to buy a large chunk of the shares on offer in a property. Crowdfunding platforms will usually charge investors a percentage of the total funds raised. Tips: before committing to making an investment, each investor should undertake their own thorough due diligence. Investors need to be clear about what they want to achieve from crowdfunding and need to remember that they are one of many investors who all potentially want different things.